Ready. Start. The Indian economy rests on agricultural base, and for decades and generations the picture that India presented to the world was one of the famine and of an unchanging peasantry, reluctant to depart from the cultural practices handed down to them by their forefathers. Indian agriculture, it was said, was a gamble on the rains. Some visionaries and civil servants had sought to change all this. Their experiments at rural transformations were watched with amused interest, and if their efforts did not meet with more than temporary and isolated success, it was because they were operating individuals and in very limited areas within what was basically an inhospitable and unresponsive administrative environment. The scale of effort was enlarged during the Second World War with the launching of the Grow More Food campaign, but the administrative structure remained largely unaltered. It was to change all this that the Community Development Program was introduced. There were three problems that had to be tackled. First, if the farmer was to change methods, he had to be educated to see the possibility to change through actual demonstration in his field at no cost to himself. If the farmer tilled the land in the same manner as his father before him, it was because tradition had not optimized risks and the farmer had no margin on the basis of which to gamble on strange new practices and risk no merely a financial loss but his very survival. Second, there was no one agency to whom the farmer could turn for assistance or advice. If he wanted better seeds, he had to go to the agricultural department. For irrigation, he had to knock at the doors of the irrigation department. Stop. Roads were the responsibility of the public works department. Stop. Land problems had to be taken up with the revenue authorities and so on. In short, the administration was totally fragmented at the point which touched the life of the farmer. Coordination was difficult and the totality of the farmer's problem could never be adequately comprehended, let alone ameliorated by the administration. Third, even if the administration sought to promote rural transformation and the farmers were willing, how was the new knowledge to be transmitted not merely to every village but to each cultivator? The Community Development Program sought to provide answers to these three problems. Something in the nature of the single line administration was established under a chain of command running through the district development officer and block development officer to the multi-purpose village level worker. Instead of having to go to several departments to get anything done, the farmer could now deal with a single community development authority with which all the executive agencies involved in rural development were associated. The many thousands of field demonstrations laid out under the Community Development Program demonstrated the possibility of change in a manner that carried conviction and at no risk to the peasant. Once the farmer was persuaded, his alleged age-old conservatism vanished and the next problem was to satisfy his ever-growing demands. Meanwhile, the establishment of a national extension service first time created a permanent transmission system for the propagation and demonstration of new ideas and methods, not just in isolated pockets but over very wide areas.